Hello there, everyone. Shippy here. Hope everyone out there's doing well. And take back once again with some more Guilty Gear Strive ranked matches. I try to climb up the gold ranks with the Jam here. Looks like our first opponent is going to also be a Jam player, so we'll see if we can win the Jam mirror to start and see if we can get things going. All right, we'll take that. All right, probably just spent super there, but I didn't trust myself to actually do the input, if I'm being completely honest. Was I not standing? I could have did something off that if I were better. Alright, thank you. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna get the wall break there, but we're gonna reset back to neutral. Alright, we'll cancel out all that and do manage to get a kick there and win the first game against the other Jam. Alright. Alright, haven't really hit him all that much this time. That's their turn. I didn't realize I had the blue stack on the kick, even though it was right in front of my face. Alright, we're not going to get our 6p there. And the second round goes to the other Jam. Alright, go cross up here. Unfortunately, we are going to drop it. Alright, we'll take that. Alright, we are going to get our burst back here. And we do manage to cancel to get the extra hit to KO Jam there. Alright, we do manage to somehow, someway win that first game of the Jam mirror match. See if we can make it 2. I should have gotten my stacks up there. Alright, take the kick there. Alright, we can burst here, just try to keep him in the corner. Unfortunately, we're not going to get what I wanted there. We'll take the dragon kick. Alright, we'll take that, go overhead here. And we'll manage to win the first game in the Jam mirror once again. Alright, we'll take the grab there, because that's negative. Alright, we do get our stacks all the way up though, so I'll take that, even though this is not something that I particularly wanted to get hit by. Alright, we'll take that. Alright, go cross up here. And we'll do a dragon kick. I thought I had more space than that, so I got very lucky that I got hit and we didn't just straight up die. Though I suppose we did have our burst. But good games to that Jam player. We are almost to halfway point of getting to platinum. So hopefully we can try to go a little bit closer there. But good games to that opponent. Back on to find my next match. Alrighty, it's like we found our next opponent here, going up against a Ramlethal player, so we can get done, as we gotta be careful because they do horrendously outrange me. Alright, we'll take the bypass there. Oh, I guess that's their turn. Oh. I tried to grab him there, unfortunately it's not gonna quite come out. Alright, I have not been able to even remotely really do anything against Ram so far. Alright. We're probably dead off that. No, we actually do survive somehow, some way. I gotta watch. I was looking out for their reversal, but maybe I shouldn't have been. All right. All right, that's our turn. All right, I'll take that. You have to watch because they do have their reversal. We're not going to get a grab. Very unfortunate. All right, we'll take that. We can go overhead here. Or cross up, I should say. But they're going to jump and dash forward, so we'll just take the dragon kick. That's unfortunate. Let's get our stacks built up. Alright, go for cross up here. I thought that was going to miss, if I'm being completely honest. I tried to grab, unfortunately didn't quite come out. I did not get my low there. That sucks. They whiffed. I tried to grab. We both whiffed at the same time, and somehow they were still able to dash up and beat my jump out. And it's going to be a one and done. All right, well, that sucks. I guess I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Alrighty, it's like we found our next opponent here. Going up against an Anji player. See if we can actually halfway decently try to play around his armor. So this is kind of not a great connection, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, I saw they started with the twirl, so we'll take that. Alright, take that with the wall break. I didn't get my 6B. Very unfortunate. Did not mean to do that in your face, Anji. Alright, that's our turn. They don't press. Go cross up here. That should be... Well, that was close to being it for Anji. Alright, we'll just jab check him there. Alright, we're able to keep up the pressure in that one. Back up. That's his turn still. I thought for sure he'd have some recovery on that. Alright, I can get a grab. Very unfortunate. Alright. Alright, we'll take the dragon kick there. Alright, we'll take the grab there. Go cross up here. It does connect. Alright, he does whiff. We'll take the grab there just to keep it simple. And we do manage to win the first game against Anji here. And we are going to get the rematch. I probably should hesitate a little more because the connection was not that great, but now it's actually starting to work a little bit better. Alright, we got some distance. I'm gonna go for getting all the stacks. Alright, I didn't do a very good job playing around his armor that time. Alright, let's get our stack up. Alright, our turn. He does press there. Up to the overhead. He does go for the grab. There he goes. There's the grab again. And we get our parry off, which I'll be completely honest, I tried to just 6p there, but I guess I rolled my thumb and got the parry, so we'll take it. Which is even makes it even more stupid that I got it, because you have to press forward to get the punish, and I guess that somehow still lined up. Oh well. Accidents happen and sometimes work out. I knew that was bad. Alright, this is very much an Anji round. Tried to grab, unfortunately we do get jabbed out of it. Alright, just back up here. Alright, damage and get hit there. Oh, we trade. Unfortunately, not going to quite get my 6p. Alright, we do outright get hit there though. Alright, he does whiff there, so we'll take this. That hit me? I thought for sure I was going to be behind him. I go for it again. Alright, he does press there, so we'll just go ahead and get the counter hit. And after a really, really close one, we do manage to beat him 2-0 there. So good games to the Anji player. I'll be back when I find one more match. All right, looks like we might have potentially found our final opponent here. Going up against a Testament. Let's see what we can get done. Why did I jump right into that? All right, could get hit by something here. So they're not standing there? Alright, let's get that. Alright, got the wall break here. Alright, so I don't know how the hell we brought that one back, but I do manage to catch him with the jump back slide. Right, that was a lot more range than what I thought. I tried to slide in there. Probably wasn't worth the spend, honestly. Alright, well we do manage to get 6p from a billion miles away, unfortunately. God, they were still able to... I know that move takes a lot of recovery, but I felt like they were hard committed there, so I figured would they be able to act. Maybe not necessarily punish him for it, but at least be able to block. Take that, go overhead here. Alright. Well, unfortunately, that was a clusterfuck at the end there. Let's see if we can play a little bit better here. Gotta be a lot better at playing around Testament's screen. Doing stuff. We don't get our 6p. Very unfortunate. Alright, we still got our stacks. I'm not going to be permitted to block low, am I? Jesus Christ. Alright, trying to get a stack up real quick. Unfortunately, I could not block after doing that. Alright, you managed to actually get a hit there. God, that 6P goes way too fucking far. I wasn't in the area code of that. Okay. And we don't get our 6P of our own. Very unfortunate. I asked for that. See if I should be able to cancel into this. I tried to do the low and somehow still got the stacks. I don't understand how I keep getting that doing a quarter circle. And we're not going to get a grab. I have yet to understand how that happens. Like, I will do a quarter circle and I will get a down input somehow, some way. Alright, well, we get our ass beat by Testament, and I think that is a good place to end that, I guess. Good games to everyone that I played today. If you made this far, anything for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.